What is a hate crime? The Police and Crown Prosecution Service acknowledge 5 specific characteristics that hate crimes can be based on. These include race, religion, disability, sexual orientation, and transgender identity. Any crime can be considered a hate crime if the offender shows hostility towards one of these characteristics or is motivated by such hostility. What can a hate crime sound like?
In primary school, I was probably a year 5 student, and my grandmother bought me Union Jack socks, so I wore these Union Jack socks. And I was attacked by a boy, I remember his name Martin, and he said, "You're not British, you're black," and he stabbed me in the back of my hand with a compass. That was my first attack.
It is possible for an individual to be a victim of more than one type of hate crime. What is a hate incident? A hate incident is where the victim or anyone else thinks the incident is motivated by race, religion, sexual orientation, disability, or transgender identity. Not all hate incidents will amount to criminal offences, but it is equally important that these are reported. Hate crimes may be criminal offences, while hate incidents are incidences that are also driven by bias on specific characteristics, but do not break the law. Some examples include verbal abuse, harassment, bullying or intimidation, threats of violence, abusive phone or text messages, and online abuse. If the victim or anyone else perceives an incident as a hate incident or a hate crime, it should be reported to the police. Hate crimes and hate incidents can have a negative impact on individuals and communities. How can prejudice affect people?
The spaces I've occupied, there's like feeling that the people that you share this space with actually don't want you in. So the silence and the lack of communication with people who you're working with and who you need to communicate with, the inability for them to respond to you, all of that kind of had an emotional and mental toll on me when it comes to seeking employment. When you have a degree and someone looks at your degree and looks at your CV and says, "Oh, you've done," like they're shocked that you could ever achieve these things, and it's too much.
Why do most victims not report? Some victims may not report due to fear of consequences, lack of awareness, or trust in statutory agencies or accessibility. Hate incidents often seem commonplace, occurring frequently without consequence, leading some to question the point of addressing them when there is little to no change. Chances are you know someone who has first-hand experience of reporting such incidences and not seeing the desired outcome. When you report a hate crime, you become part of the movement to stop it. Reporting a crime assists police in implementing targeted actions based on patterns and trends. Why is it a good idea to report?
I think it's actually very important to report because, one, it's a way of being part of the process of stopping it. Sometimes the victory isn't just in the fact that it's for you, but just the fact that you went ahead to do it. It helps tell someone else that you don't have to accept this. One, and also I think that just from a quantitative perspective, the fact that if there are more reports, being placed, then I think that is something that will keep rising up in terms of attention. Okay, we need to pay attention to this because a lot of reports have been coming out in this particular community or in this particular area about this particular situation, and I think that it now behoves on government to do something about it, or the council or the community to do something about it because more people are reporting. So it may be we lose the battle but we win the war.
Studies show that victims are more than twice as likely to experience fear, difficulty sleeping, anxiety, panic attacks, or depression. Reporting a hate crime won't necessarily result in prosecution, but it can help you to find the right mental health or well-being services, and can lead to other outcomes people find useful, such as restorative justice. To report a hate crime, call the police on 101 or 999 for emergencies. You can also report through Stop Hate UK or the Leeds City Council website. Here are some other services that are related to hate crimes and incidents. Thank you for listening.